That's probably the scariest, most challenging thing that I've ever done, because I still have the ability to run, and some people don't. And I feel lucky every day that I'm able to get up and get out of bed and put one foot in front of the other.
Thank you for your service.
You know, with all the things that have gone on in our country, and we know that the future of tomorrow is standing right there, and it's that sharp, we're in pretty good.
The recruiting process can be tricky for any high school kid, but luckily for Chris and Nick, they've had the convenience of leaning on each other, both on and off the football field.
See him achieve his dream too, along with me, is just really amazing.
At least you know that their last days were calm and that they had a time to reflect.
I don't take anything for granted. I don't say, why me? Why not me? So I just deal with it. It's okay. I'm getting through it.
From 3 News Now and the Omaha World-Herald, this is Omaha Sunday Morning with Jennifer Griswold.
Good morning and thanks for joining us this Sunday. I'm Jennifer Griswold. This summer vacation, you'll likely find 2 Burke athletes in the weight room. Teammates Chris Hickman and Nick Henrich are the highest rated 2019 prospects in the state, picking up offers from big name schools around the nation. But as they prepare for their senior year and chasing their post-high school dreams, the 2 are leaning on each other. 3 News Now and Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Megan McGill has their story.
If there was never a duo at Burke High School, there certainly is now. Today, 4-star tight end Chris Hickman and 4-star linebacker Nick Henrich are weighing more than just plates and dumbbells. They're weighing their options. Lots and lots of options.
Kind of just grew up just wanting to play college football and be able to excel at the next level.
This has always been a dream of mine ever since, I first put on the pads, so to see it come true is really incredible.
The top recruits are only juniors, but they've already received dozens of offers from big-time schools.
My first offer was South Dakota State, and I got the call and I was just shocked.
Then came 20 more, including Minnesota, Oregon, Mizzou, Wisconsin, Iowa, Iowa State, and yes, Nebraska. But it's not just Henrich they're after. Hickman is being recruited by several of the same schools.
Just all these colleges coming in, talking to me, just gives me more motivation to keep working.
The recruiting process can be tricky for any high school kid, but luckily for Chris and Nick, they've had the convenience of leaning on each other, both on and off the football field.
See him achieve his dream too, along with me, is just really amazing.
I love it. I probably wouldn't want to go through it with anyone else because that's who pushes me the most.
The Burke duo has plenty of options to weigh, but for now, they're focused on the weight that's right in front of them. Reporting from Burke High School, Megan McGill with the Omaha World-Herald for 3 News Now.
Neither has committed to a school yet, but as you saw, they have plenty of options. Some pediatric patients at Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital got a surprise visit this week from some area athletes. The Omaha Storm Chasers baseball team and mascot Stormy stopped by the Omaha campus for some fun activities with the kids. The professional athletes signed autographs and took photos. Organizers say the players can be an inspiration for patients at Madonna who are recovering from serious injuries or illnesses that impact their ability to walk or eat.
We wanted to come out because we're very blessed every day to be able to play a sport for our living and just be out there running around on a field. So just to be able to come here, maybe bring joy to 1 or 2 kids and help them out just on their day, it was something that we just wanted to be a part of.
The young boy with the players even got his own special Omaha Storm Chasers jersey with his number on the back of it. Some second grade students at Fontenelle Elementary School ended the school year on a high note this week. The kids got the chance to ride downtown in style after earning the title of Top Performing Class of the Year. The winners were announced in a school assembly just before they got into a limo and headed downtown for lunch and ice cream. 3 News Now reporter Andrea Braswell captured all the excitement and has the story.
Fontenelle Elementary rolled out the red carpet for these 24 second graders.
kind of exciting.
Alexis Abarca is one of those students being recognized as a top performer on this year's MAP test.
Our whole class tried really hard on the test, and they have very good grades.
Teachers and staff lined the red carpet with each student's name on a gold star.
The kids have to take tests all school year long, and so we kind of wanted to have a celebration at the end of the year to really showcase all the hard work they put in and all the dedication that the teachers have.
The winners were announced in a morning assembly just before they rolled off in this upscale limousine.
It's kind of like long and it's kind of like fancy.
They played downtown on the big slides and enjoyed lunch at Jean Leahy Mall.
They did all the hard work and they tried their best, and that's all I asked of them.
And not only did these students score high on their tests, but they also had the most improved test scores out of the entire school.
And the class that won, Miss Hitchler's, averaged 20 points growth.
The students ended their day at Ted and Wally's Ice Cream as part of their reward for their hard work.
There's 600 kids here, and to see them all try so hard and to get the tests, they are really troopers on what they do.
Great for them. That ice cream looks amazing. Children who have mentors are more likely to become leaders and mentors themselves. When Omaha Sunday Morning continues, we show you the new way OPS and local groups are reaching out to men, hoping to recruit mentors.
The mayor wants her shiny new toy on this case. Shiny new toy just might stick. Stop! How did you two crack this one? Ask Shiny New.
New Instinct, CBS tonight.
No pain, whoa, no gain. All heart. Talking about myself. All me.
Kevin Hart hosts TKO, premiering CBS July 11th.
Dang it, what?
Every industry has a leader, someone or something that rises to the challenge by outperforming and outlasting every competitor. In the world of zero turn, Bad Boy Mowers is the leader that rises and stands to outperform and outlast all of its competition with one singular goal in mind: deliver the most powerful, most durable, most comfortable zero turn mower in the world. Making the country Bad Boy Country.
Nebraska Furniture Mart's holiday combination of savings goes one better with Sunday Door Crashers. Get extra savings when the doors open at 11, plus our longest financing ever. 42 months on furniture and flooring. Shop thousands of dollars of savings in appliances and electronics with 30-month financing available. Enter to win a patio set, mower, and grill in the Summer Essentials giveaway. And find amazing hot specials throughout the store. Shop this holiday combination of savings and Door Crashers Sunday at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Closed Memorial Day.
It's the 4-day-only digital sale. Through Monday, packages of Johnsonville smoked sausages are only $1.99.
I'm Weather Alert meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin with this severe weather safety tip. When a tornado warning is issued, where should you shelter? If you have a basement, that's your best bet. But if you don't, go to the lowest level of your home, the center portion of your home, away from windows and glass. And when you go to your storm shelter, you want to make sure that you have pillows, blankets, and a helmet.
This severe weather tip sponsored by Pyramid Roofing.
A small section of northeast Omaha has been identified as being high in crime and poverty. And that's why Omaha Public Schools and several community groups are coming together to make sure that children who live in the Village Zone have resources for success. Today we show you how they're reaching out to men to help with that mission.
Yep, so they might be okay.
A cut, a shave, and some conversation. It's what Daniel Goodwin serves up at Classic Barbershop near 90th and Ruggles.
Probably more than any other industry, you actually get in tune with people's actual feelings and their actual thoughts.
As clients relax in the chair, Goodwin lends a listening ear, and based on what he hears, he's ready to recruit.
Youth who are mentored are more likely to become leaders themselves.
Danita Webb is the mentoring specialist with Omaha Public Schools. She reached out to about 5 barbershop owners, asking them to send any possible mentors her way.
While we have the youth available and youth are wanting this mentorship, it is just difficult to find mentors.
This is the target area. The Village Zone has the highest crime rate per capita in Douglas County. OPS, the Empowerment Network, and Midlands Mentoring Partnership work to provide mentors to African American 6th grade boys who live there.
Really focused on 6th grade because that's the time where they're making that transition to middle school, and there's so much research that shows that that is the time and the age where we know that our youth can either go the right way or the wrong way.
To me, a mentor is like somebody that help you when nobody else can help you.
Maurice Bell and his brother and sister have a lot of energy. They burn it off running and playing sports. Bell says he can talk to mom and dad, but a mentor is different.
Then he'll come to my house, and sometimes he'll take me and we'll go play Fortnite at his dorm, I think, because he's in college.
Because little connections can make a big difference for a child. And sitting in one of these chairs could be a man looking for a good cut, but destined to guide a child. Recruited mentors will also receive a free haircut sponsored by Midlands Mentoring Partnership. Here's a look at our weather for the week ahead. Summer has arrived a little ahead of schedule. Instead of our normal highs in the mid-70s, we will be experiencing more 90-degree heat. There are a couple chances for rain this week, but the overall chances look pretty low as we wrap up the month of May and head into June. And you can beat the heat by taking a dip at a number of pools around the area. Pools in La Vista, Council Bluffs, and the Papio Bay Aquatic Center opened yesterday. The water will start flowing at Omaha's splash pads tomorrow. Bellevue pools open on Tuesday, and Omaha City pools open June 4th. People in Papillion and beyond have been talking ever since Miss Nebraska took the crown as Miss USA. Sarah Rose Summers fell to her knees and cried when she found out she had won. Summers grew up in Papillion and went to Papio La Vista South. We spoke to Summers earlier this week. She's now adjusting to life in the Big Apple. These days, her schedule consists of media interviews and event appearances. It's a whirlwind agenda, one she calls a dream. Next week, the best spellers in the nation will go head-to-head at the National Spelling Bee. Up next, we caught up with a young girl from Omaha who will represent the Midwest when Omaha Sunday Morning continues.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away. Not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
If you're a fan of CBS Sunday Morning,
then you're going to love Omaha Sunday Morning. With our content partners at the Omaha World-Herald, we bring you local stories that inform and inspire.
it draws you in. It makes you look. You want to know what it is and what it says.
We don't have rodeos. We don't have fairs. And I thought, well, we have a train.
Start your Sunday with Omaha Sunday Morning.
Followed by CBS Sunday Morning.
Sunday mornings at 7 on KMTV 3. Life moves pretty fast. It's important to start your day one step ahead. 3 News Now this morning keeps you connected to what's new, now, and next. Max Tarleton gets you around those morning jams. Ryan McPike tracks the storm's every move. And Emily Zink and James Johnson keep you up to the minute on what impacts your morning. With the news you need to jumpstart your day. 3 News Now this morning, made for mornings. Springfield, thanks for watching KMTV3.
After winning the 89th annual Midwest Spelling Bee back in March, 8th grader Stephanie Lewis will now compete in Washington, D.C. next weekend as part of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Morning anchor James Johnson caught up with Stephanie to ask her about representing Omaha.
Orthosticus. Orthostichous.
With a list of words, Stephanie Lewis and her teacher are getting ready for next week, competing against other students from across the U.S. and other countries like Canada, Japan, and South Korea in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. But before making it to Washington, she had to win the Midwest Spelling Bee, and she did.
Congratulations, Stephanie. You are our champion. That's fantastic.
It was very surprising because it was my first time there and I was nervous. And I really didn't think that I would make it to the finals.
Lewis says she got into spelling in the 5th grade after taking part in a required spelling test and discovering she had a passion for words. She's won her school's spelling bee 3 times and credits her dad with helping her along the way with what he calls combat studying.
Combat studying is if you get it wrong, then you have to know this, and he gives a little speech every time, you should know this.
Lewis and her dad go over words a few hours a day, at least 3 days a week. And on top of that, she also studies with one of her teachers, Teresa Franks.
Yeah, she's an amazing student. She will do the work. She will get it right once she gets it wrong. And she's been a real joy to work with.
Frank says being a good speller isn't just about memorizing words, but being able to break down words by looking at its origin, meaning, and how it's used in a sentence.
We could cover 10 words, we could cover 60 words. It depends on how much learning we have to do in between.
R-I-V-O-R-O-U-S.
With every letter of every word, hoping to win big in D.C.
She was already in the upper echelons, and now I really think she's got a great chance.
Lewis and her family fly out in a few days. Good luck to her. The preliminaries are Tuesday, May 29th and Wednesday, May 30th, and the finals are Thursday, May 31st on ESPN. She says she's looking forward to competing and making Omaha proud. I think she already has made Omaha proud. Omaha's biggest draw is ready for the busy holiday weekend with a new attraction. Up next, a look at what animals you can see at the zoo's Asian Highlands and what features you will find in the future when Omaha Sunday Morning continues.
You're gonna love your new birthday present. Are you ready?
Ta-da! Today, grown-ups will try anything to get kids more active outdoors. Good thing, since active kids have a better chance of building stronger bones and maintaining a healthy body weight. Here's an idea.
Let's go.
Get out there with them. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons and the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America, who remind you, for strong bones, activity runs in the family.
It's a teeter-totter.
It's U.S. Bank Family Fun Day Sunday with the Omaha Storm Chasers. The whole family can enjoy clowns, balloon artists, and an interactive wildlife encounters exhibit. After the game, kids can take part in the Hardee's Kids Run the Bases. The last Sunday of the month, gates open 15 minutes early for ParentSavvy.com Play Catch on the field. Make it a perfect Sunday. Get your tickets now at OmahaStormChasers.com.
You gotta come chase the fun.
This week on CBS Sunday Morning, a familiar duo is hitting the road, ready to bring the laughs with a comedy show that's sure to entertain. CBS Sunday Morning correspondent Lee Cowan spoke with us about the new show by the always funny Steve Martin and Martin Short.
They are two very funny men, and they're two very close friends. They've known each other since their Three Amigo days, and they've now taken a show on the road. They took it on the road last year, and it's essentially they make fun of each other basically the entire time. The show is actually called An Evening You Will Forget for the Rest of Your Life. That's what they call it. You won't, though, as they told Tony Coppola. Take a listen to what they had to say.
If we didn't get along, or there was just personality grading qualities, I don't think either one of us would be doing this.
People work as teams and they hate each other. Yeah. And that's probably more common.
So I'm just learning to hate Steve.
Yes,
we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Again, they started touring last year. It's sort of an old-fashioned stage show. It's a lot of comedy. They bring back some of their old characters, some of their new characters as well, but definitely worth seeing if they come in and around your town.
You can find that story plus a trip back to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood coming up on CBS Sunday Morning at 8 o'clock.
Find a world of inspiration. Find something you love today. Ever-changing selection, ever-amazing prices. Home Goods. Go finding.
Long days in the sun is shining, having fun without even trying. Tomorrow seems so far away, saving our trouble for another day. Live it up, live it up, live it up. Whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Feel alive, I feel alive.
It's the 4-day-only digital sale. Through Monday, packages of Johnsonville smoked sausages are only $1.99.
This Memorial Day weekend, many families are heading to the Henry Dorley Zoo, and just in time for the rush, a new exhibit. The Asian Highlands opened this week. 3 News Now photojournalist Stephanie Nolte shows us how some of the exhibits resemble the Himalaya Mountains.
Welcome to the Asian Highlands, a new $22 million exhibit set in the Himalayan mountains and grasslands of northern India.
From the landscape choices we made at the lower elevations, which are more grasses and deciduous trees,
to the red panda exhibit that looks like a barn you might see in Nepal and has trees with cooled limbs to help keep them comfortable in the hot summer.
we put them out yesterday, refused to come in, they stayed out all night. We were very happy to see them still in place this morning.
All of the animals in the Asian Highlands don't mind the cold weather and will be on exhibit almost year-round.
You get a whole different feel for the animal because they're in some sort of natural context, and that always helps. It helps with the learning, it helps with the appreciation. Frankly, it even helps with the respect and awe people have when they see these animals.
Deer and the 4,000-pound rhinos share a space.
The worst he's done is sort of approach them, displace them, and they sort of yawn, get up, move 10 feet, and then lay back down again.
It's a panoramic view of the grasslands with large shade trees. But the best place to look for rhinos is actually in the mud.
This is what rhinos do. When you see them in the wild, this is how you usually see them. I think it's cooler, it protects them from that intense sun, and it helps protect them from insects as well.
This is just a quarter of the 8-acre exhibit. They're still working on something interactive for kids.
Thinking about a beach with sand, with a sort of a drip from the mountainside that comes down so they can fill little buckets with water and sculpt things.
Phase 2 opens next year, and it's supposed to be more immersive than this.
The Henry Dorley Zoo is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Should be a great exhibit. If you haven't gotten your funnel cake or deep fried food on a stick, time is running out. La Vista's Salute to Summer wraps up today. The 4-day event kicked off Thursday with everything from a community cookout to fireworks to carnival rides and more. On today's agenda, the carnival is still in full swing and the family pool party starts at 1. It's free for everyone and sounds like a great way to cool down today. Across the river in Iowa, Lust Fest is going strong at Tom Hannafin River's Edge Park. It kicks off this morning with Bike the Bluffs at 11 a.m. Later tonight, the Omaha Symphony will take the stage, followed by the Fireworks for Freedom display. And of course, there are a number of events planned across the metro tomorrow to honor those who served our country. The Omaha National Cemetery will hold its 2nd annual Memorial Day ceremony. Guest speakers include Senator Deb Fischer and Congressman Don Bacon. This year, the Patriot Guard riders will participate in that ceremony. It's set for 11 a.m. at the cemetery, which is located at 144th Street and Schramm Road. And flags will line the monument at Memorial Park as crowds gather to pay their respects there. A service is scheduled to start at 11 a.m. It is hosted by the Heroes of the Heartland Foundation. A scary diagnosis sparked a desire to keep running. Now a Council Bluffs woman is lacing up her shoes and running to help others battling the same disease. Her inspiring story next.
Having limited mobility no longer means limits to your freedom. Mobility Centers LLC is the expert in wheelchair-accessible vehicles with 30 years of sales and service solutions with top-notch customer service. Our showrooms in Omaha and Grimes, Iowa offer the largest selection of new and pre-owned wheelchair-accessible vehicles in the Midwest. We also offer rental vans and can sell and service adaptive mobility equipment like hand controls, lifts, and more. Leave your limitations behind. MobilityCentersLLC.com.
Kids, time for lunch.
Every tool has a purpose. You just have to use the right tool for the job. Antibiotics are the right tool to treat certain infections caused by bacteria. They are the wrong tool for viruses, such as colds and flu.
Sandwich, anyone?
When they aren't needed, antibiotics won't help you, and the side effects could still hurt you.
Time to make the bed.
Ask your doctor when an antibiotic is the right tool and when it's not. Visit cdc.gov/antibiotic-use.
I'm Weather Alert meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin with this severe weather safety tip. When a tornado warning is issued, where should you shelter? If you have a basement, that's your best bet. But if you don't, go to the lowest level of your home, the center portion of your home, away from windows and glass. And when you go to your storm shelter, you want to make sure that you have pillows, blankets, and a helmet.
This severe weather tip sponsored by Pyramid Roofing.
This deal from Cox has so much great stuff. Why not call today?
Now's not a great time. Great deal, though. Is there really no annual contract?
No contract.
I'm gonna switch.
Wolves.
Right. I'll just call.
Get 100 meg internet, Contour TV with free HD receiver rental and free installation for $89.99 a month with no annual contract. Call today.
Oh, hey, you don't want to eat that.
Go to the ends of the earth.
This is exciting.
You've never seen anything like it.
And reach for the stars.
This time. Da, 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 da.
Hey, this is pretty fun.
Look through a telescope and go, wow.
Experience thought-provoking, innovative, and truly original reporting.
Stand back.
Because there's always something new under the sun. On CBS Sunday Morning.
It started with a tingling in her right arm, probably a pinched nerve, she thought. But when symptoms got worse, Michelle Graff knew it was time to go to the doctor. Just before her 39th birthday, a diagnosis, multiple sclerosis. A year after that diagnosis, the Council Bluffs woman is taking on a challenge that most would call impossible. Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Chris Makian shows us how she's putting one foot in front of the other, determined to help others dealing with MS.
I started running maybe, it was about 10 years ago when I went through a divorce, on and off. And being diagnosed with MS, it just hit me one day, sitting at my desk at work, and I knew for a few days it kind of felt like I was just getting sick, and then all of a sudden I started having some involuntary movement in my arm, and that's what took me to the doctor, and I thought maybe it was something like a pinched nerve, but it ended up being more intense than that with MS, and I was down for a couple months not feeling very well, but once I started taking medicine, I got on my treadmill and started running, and that helped me feel better every day. I think if I wasn't staying healthy, eating healthy, being active, I would have a lot more symptoms than what I have. I don't forget about it when I run. Depending on the weather. If it's really cold, really hot, I lose feeling in parts of my body. My arm falls asleep. My left leg, I have problems with my left leg. It gets heavy, like I'm pulling a cinder block with my leg. So I don't forget about it. It's still there. I just push through it. The Relay MS run the U.S. and it's one person at a time going across the United States to raise funds and awareness for multiple sclerosis. About 150 miles each segment, 5 to 6 days. I've ran a 50K, but that's it. I've never done anything like this. That's probably the scariest, most challenging thing that I've ever done, because I still have the ability to run, and some people don't. And I feel lucky every day that I'm able to get up and get out of bed and put one foot in front of the other.
She's incredible. Her segment stretched from Vernal, Utah to Steamboat Springs, Colorado. That's 166 miles. She made that run last week. For more than 20 years, one program has been helping women dealing with the uncertainty that comes with the breast cancer diagnosis. It's called Casting for Recovery. The idea to get away from the noise of hospitals and stress of treatments to enjoy the calmness nature has to offer. Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Megan McGill shows us how it's helping heal the soul.
I hear the water is peaceful, the birds. Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm relaxed. I hear everything.
Very peaceful, quiet, and it's beautiful.
It's very hard. As a cancer patient, you know, you have your moods, ups and downs. You never get to relax. There's always something going on. Now it's like I have a peace of mind right now.
It's actually kind of nice to be around people that are going through this, because like when I'm in the treatment center, you don't talk to, you know, the other patients. So this is the first time that I've actually like been outside of the hospital in a gathering with a group of people that are going through a similar situation.
I've never been fishing before. I love it. I'm gonna buy me a fishing rod. I'm gonna start fishing now. It's awesome.
Far away, not close to you.
There's usually a lot of doctor appointments, a lot of stuff, a lot of medicine, a lot of bad side effects, and this kind of takes you away where you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just time to think about fishing and nothing else, and that's what everybody seems to enjoy.
It's nice not seeing everybody walk around in white coats. And even though everybody's sick, you know, to me, you don't look sick, you know. Just, I don't know, being carefree.
Seeing women come through, maybe on their last days, that they come out to fish for a day, and then going to a funeral or something afterwards, at least you know that their last days were calm and that they had a time to reflect.
I don't take anything for granted. I don't say, why me? Why not me? So I'm just dealing with it. It's okay. I'm getting through it.
Those retreats are open to women with breast cancer of all ages and all stages of treatment and recovery, free of charge. Video of a talented and adorable 7-year-old playing the violin for the La Vista Police Department this week caught our attention. Chief Bob Louston shared it on Twitter, praising the sweet gesture. The first grader continued making the rounds, thanking firefighters in Papillion. 3 News Now reporter Maya Sines was there for the special concert.
While most kids visit a fire station to tour the big fire trucks, 7-year-old Matthew Murray went to the Papillion Fire Department to thank first responders for their service.
Thank you for your service, and
thank you.
I really appreciate how you helped our people. Thank you for serving our country and helping people.
And serenade them with his 100-year-old violin. He considers police officers and firefighters heroes.
Because they serve us, they help us, put out fires, they get into houses and save people, and they also, when people need help, they're always there.
Most kids want to come and jump on the trucks, and that's great. We love having kids around the fire station, but to have one come and play a little concert for us is very unusual, and it was a great thing to see.
For a kid that is that young and that bright and that articulate, it's a credit to the upbringing that he's had, and it's a wonderful feeling.
Murray started reading when he was 2 years old and quickly moved from reading words to music. He practices at least an hour a day and says playing for people brings him joy.
I like to play for people, I like to talk to people, and I like to make new friends, you know. But I already have my friends here.
He means these friends, who of course took him out back to give him a tour of the fire trucks.
You know, with all the things that have gone on in our country, and we know that the future of tomorrow is standing right there and is that sharp, we're in pretty good hands.
What a great kid. Murray says he now has friends at both the fire station and police department. He's been invited back by the police chief to play for the entire department next week. When Omaha Sunday Morning continues, a radio show is proving you don't have to change with the times. Plus, we go into the archives for a look at some Omaha history.
It's easier than ever to reduce non-recycled plastics going into landfills. The Hefty Energy Bag program allows everyone in Omaha to collect plastics they usually throw away. Things like plastic toothpaste tubes, straws, cutlery, and foam to-go containers. Clean them off, put them in your Hefty Orange Bag, tie it shut, and take it out with the rest of your recyclables. It's that easy, Omaha. If you don't bin it, bag it. Hefty Energy Bag Orange Bags, available at participating Hy-Vee stores.
It's time to gear up for spring at Woodhouse Nissan. Go to work in a 2017 Nissan Titan XD and save up to $14,000 off MSRP. Shop Woodhouse Nissan in Bellevue or Woodhouse Place Nissan in Millard today. This is Woodhouse Nissan.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
182 over 100. And I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. And then a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a heart attack or stroke are far from invisible or silent.
My memory is shot.
When I woke up, I couldn't speak.
I can't button up a shirt. I can't run. I've had to learn to swallow again. That's the only moments that I have. And I'm 33, so I never see this coming. If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Had I done this, had I done that, hell, I messed up.
Get back on your plan, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Head to toe, everything's changed. Head to toe.
What happens when you heal a family? Maybe a daughter overcomes mental illness to reconnect with her mother. Maybe a child finds stability and healing with a foster family. Maybe a son reunites with his parents as a changed man. When you heal a family, you aren't just healing one family. You're breaking a chain of events that reaches far beyond one household. Find out for yourself when you sponsor a Boys Town family home. Visit boystown.org/sponsor today.
Join KMTV3 at the Santa Lucia Italian Festival. Enjoy traditional food, music, and heritage June 7th through the 10th. The Santa Lucia Italian Festival. Downtown Omaha at Lewis and Clark Landing. SantaLuciaFestival.com for details.
It's time to go into the archives this week. Check out this photo from June 19th, 1953. It was hot enough outside to buckle pavement. Highs reached 105 degrees. This photo was snapped as Lon Duell found a way to beat the heat in Omaha. He did it that day with an ice-cold beverage, and that is one very large beer. You can find this photo and many more historic Omaha photos just like it at omaha.com. In a culture that seems to always be looking for the next tech advancement, it's rare to find a business model that hasn't changed once or twice to fit with the times. But in one small Nebraska village, that holdout is going strong in the form of a radio call-in show. For nearly 70 years, it has served the community. And as Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Megan McGill found out, it's still just as relevant today as it was decades before the internet connected the world.
Friends and neighbors, you're the richest man in town.
Good morning and welcome to the Party Line Show. For the next hour, we reserve our telephone line, 402-336-1611, for you to call in and air your views, opinions, and to give information to all listeners in the KBRX radio area. We invite you to place your call with items of interest, which might include something you have to sell or something you want to buy.
There's obviously more modern ways to sell your stuff these days, but it's good that people are still using a program that's been here since 1956.
I got a bike to sell.
If you listen to it in 1956 and if you listen to it today, I'm sure it's pretty much selling the same kind of things that we did back then, livestock to eggs to garage sales and things like that.
He's got a men's Huffy 26-inch 3-speed bike. It's red, got the Thorn-proof tires.
Oh, I think it was on about 3 minutes and somebody called and he said he was going to come this evening and then I had another couple of calls, so I'm sure it's sold, so don't get any ideas.
Still never ceases to amaze me what you might have on the Party Line. We just had an exhumed casket that was on Party Line today that somebody said might be able to be used for a gun cabinet, so.
My husband will come in and say, well, what was on Party Line today? If he's out in the shop, you know, was there anything, you know? Oh, say somebody was going to give something away, you know, and that happens once in a while.
I have a treadmill to give away.
Sounds like that might be the deal of the day. It gets results for people, and I think that's what people like is the fact that it does work.
I've sold treadmills, and I bought treadmills, and I've sold quite a lot of bicycles and things like that. I'm a kind of a wheeler dealer.
I just like the fact that every day while it's the same show, it's a little different every day because there's different people that call in, and sometimes you get some interesting things that are called into the show. Makes it fun.
I'm calling in for the Royal Schoolhouse Treasures. We have 50 cow-calf pairs. We're looking for some full-time help.
It is part of my daily routine. Covers a lot of territory, and they get a lot of calls from different towns, and even people from South Dakota call, you know, on Party Line.
It's been awful successful. And it's a great asset to O'Neill, Nebraska.
52 degrees here in O'Neill. That's going to wrap it up on the Thursday edition of Party Line. We'll be back tomorrow with your High Five Friday edition of the Party Line Show.
Move over Craigslist. That thing is awesome. KBRX does post all of the ads from Party Line on its website, so just in case you missed the show, you can still get those good deals. The way people ranch and farm has changed over the years, but some still rely on the old ways of doing things. A look at the scenic but grueling trek one western Nebraska family makes as they push hundreds of cattle 30 miles down the road on horseback.
Guys, it's time to make your country bad boy country.
Bad Boy Mowers leads the zero-turn mower world with professional-grade power and performance, cut-quality perfection, and easy-ride innovations that can deliver a smooth ride all day, every day. In Bad Boy Country, we build them better in America to last a lifetime. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
All American value, made American strong. Mow with an attitude.
Long days in the sun is shining. Without even trying, tomorrow seems so far away. Saving our trouble for another day. Live it up, live it up, live it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Feel alive, I feel alive.
It's the 4-day-only digital sale. Through Monday, packages of Johnsonville smoked sausages are only $1.99.
Find a world of inspiration. Find something you love today. Ever-changing selection, ever-amazing prices. Home Goods. Go finding.
The news that connects with your life. You want to see it now. You want to know it now. KMTV 3 News Now. Live weather, street conditions, and breaking news. Newscasts that go beyond the day's headlines.
We went to talk to the homeowner again.
Digging deeper, bringing your world into focus wherever you are. See the difference now. Stay connected with KMTV 3 News Now.
There's a lot happening in Omaha this week. Tomorrow, the Metro will observe Memorial Day. A big thank you to the men and women who have served our country and their families. On Thursday, Bellevue is hosting a food truck event. Over 20 food trucks, music, clowns, and a food drive all planned starting at 5 p.m. at Marathon Ventures. And Saturday, a sure sign of summer, the Omaha Farmers Market will be in full swing. It starts at 8 a.m. in the Old Market. For more information on these events and many more this week, take a look at the community calendar on omaha.com. It's a tradition that dates back to the earliest Nebraskans, long before interstates and cities dotted the landscape when cowboys outnumbered city folk, the cattle drive. While most ranchers have traded in horseback for the horsepower of a semi-truck, one family still saddles up and makes the 3-day push to get hundreds of cattle 30 miles down the road. Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Brendan Sullivan shows us what it takes to move a herd that far in the Nebraska heat.
Especially in the morning when you see the sunrise coming up, that's definitely just hits a soft spot in your heart and you just take it all in. Thank God that you're alive.
The best horses I've ever had, they get made out here, doing just ranch work, actually having a job.
We know we work sun up to sundown through bad weather and stuff because that's our lifestyle. And with anything sick, we try to take care of it, vaccinate it, and get it better. Lose a lot of sleep at nights when there is snow or bad days, and then just, it's something to take pride in though. But like I said, a lot of people don't know exactly what goes on. They just probably think it's simple. They load them up on cattle pots or what you just see on TV, just a quick little roundup, and makes it all look easier. Sometimes it doesn't go that easy, but you just got to go with it and do the best you can to control the situation and get them to their destination.
It's hard work, it really is. If the conditions aren't right, like today, thankfully we had the wind, it was hot. But the wind helped us a lot because then the cattle got hot, horses got hot, we got hot. But they moved really well today, I thought, and they just got warm pretty quickly on us. And you just got to keep pushing on them, but yet you try to back off so that they can actually move out on their own. But you just got to keep going, and they want to quit. They want to sit down, they want to graze, they want to get water, but you just kind of keep moving them. So you work. It's not just all pleasure or anything, but I'll probably be sore tomorrow, I'm sure. A lot of people don't do it as often, or if they do, it's very short distances, not 40 miles in 2 days. And people don't do it anymore because, like, mainly we just don't have time. People don't have time, or they don't have the help to do it. And for me, it's really good because it builds horses, you know, it makes horses, and that's what we lack anymore because people don't ride horses anymore as much as they used to. They're really beautiful, unique creatures, and they, I don't know, I grew up on them and I love them to death.
Back in the day when there were still cowboys and no fences, they did this, but this is definitely a long drive.
Parents have been doing it for about 50 years, but I think the reason a lot of people go less with horses because they don't get the help, and sometimes it's just a lot easier to do with a four-wheeler, and that's just what they're more comfortable with. So, and then they just move cattle down with the four-wheeler, or if not as many people have as many cattle as we do to go down, then they can afford to haul them with semis, just because it's easier for them. They got something else to do, but for as many head as we run, and we're just kind of used to being on horses, and they're somewhat used to it, it's just easier for us to go down the road with them, take the time out of the day to do it, and just get them out to summer pasture.
It's just a serenity is the word to describe it. I would say it's peaceful and just being out here in the middle of nowhere. I grew up out here, so this is kind of what I know, and I just love it.
And at the end of the day, when we're all out to the pasture, that's a big relief off of our shoulders, one less job to do, and hopefully they gain well for sale day.
Such hard, impressive work. The family has been doing this annual cattle drive through the Sandhills for the past 50 years. People might ask, what's so great about Nebraska? Well, editorial cartoonist Jeff Katurba is up for the question. His answer next. But first, a preview of the great stories coming up on 60 Minutes and CBS Sunday Morning.
No, this isn't happening.
This Green Beret saw American bombs dropped on his own men, and he tells 60 Minutes it could happen again tonight.
This Sunday morning, celebrities making a name for themselves and making a killing selling marijuana. We'll preview a new documentary on the life and times of Mr. Rogers. Attend a rock festival where the food matters as much as the music. And share a few laughs with the two amigos, Steve Martin and Martin Short. Sunday Morning is coming right up.
Weather can change your day in a moment's notice. In Omaha, we have to be prepared for anything.
1 minute it's sunny. The next, we're dealing with rain and severe storms. The 3 News Now Weather Alert team keeps you one step ahead of severe weather.
Bringing you team coverage that's up to the minute and down to your street.
On air, online, and on your phone.
Our team is ready to prepare you, not scare you.
Stay connected to changing weather with the 3 News Now Weather Alert team.
I'm Weather Alert meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin with this severe weather safety tip. When a tornado warning is issued, where should you shelter? If you have a basement, that's your best bet. But if you don't, go to the lowest level of your home, the center portion of your home, away from windows and glass. And when you go to your storm shelter, you want to make sure that you have pillows, blankets, and a helmet.
This severe weather tip sponsored by Pyramid Roofing.
Having limited mobility no longer means limits to your freedom. Mobility Centers LLC is the expert in wheelchair-accessible vehicles with 30 years of sales and service solutions with top-notch customer service. Our showrooms in Omaha and Grimes, Iowa offer the largest selection of new and pre-owned wheelchair-accessible vehicles in the Midwest. We also offer rental vans and can sell and service adaptive mobility equipment like hand controls, lifts, and more. Leave your limitations behind. MobilityCentersLLC.com.
It's U.S. Bank Family Fun Day Sunday with the Omaha Storm Chasers. The whole family can enjoy clowns, balloon artists, and an interactive wildlife encounters exhibit. After the game, kids can take part in the Hardee's Kids Run the Basics. The last Sunday of the month, gates open 15 minutes early for ParentSavvy.com. Play catch on the field. Make it a perfect Sunday. Get your tickets now at OmahaStormChasers.com.
You gotta come chase some fun.
Cox has all my entertainment in one place. Using the Contour voice remote with direct access to Netflix, I can easily navigate my kingdom. Just say, The Crown.
Take the Cox Challenge. Get a better bundle with Contour TV, voice remote, and up to 100 megs internet. Just $89.99 a month. Now with easy access to Netflix without switching remotes.
I think it's clear who holds the crown for entertainment. Go online and take the Cox Challenge today.
Is Nebraska boring? Omaha World-Herald editorial cartoonist Jeff Katurba does not think so. He shares why Nebraska is so nice.
I'm Jeff Katurba. I am the editorial cartoonist for the Omaha World-Herald.
If you live in Nebraska or Iowa, then no doubt you've heard the Midwest is so boring. But is it? Recently, Nebraska and Iowa had 2 big wins on the national stage. I even drew this cartoon about it. Our own Miss Nebraska won the Miss USA pageant, and also a woman from Iowa was named American Idol. My cartoon goes on to show a young woman pondering how there really are a lot of great things about the Midwest. which leads to her mom asking if maybe her daughter is now having second thoughts about moving to the coast after college. You know, because maybe the Midwest isn't so bad after all. There was a time when I probably didn't fully appreciate what living here offered. I mean, I've been able to develop a career as a cartoonist, but I've also been able to pursue my other passions like writing and music. As much as I love, say, New York City, I'm not sure I could do all of that if I lived there. Case in point, in June of 2001, my swing band, Prairie Cats, played several shows in New York, including one at Windows on the World, which in my mind still exists. Anyway, it was incredibly difficult just trying to get to the clubs where we were playing each night. There was traffic and parking the van and unloading the gear, which, as you might imagine, is not easy in a crowded place like the Big Apple. After the gig, we'd load out, again dealing with all the hassles of parking the van and dealing with traffic. I was exhausted. It felt like it took all day to prepare for one show, because it did. In Omaha, however, I can easily get to the newspaper in the morning to draw my cartoon, and after my deadline, I can easily get home to prepare for a show. Driving to a venue and unloading in Omaha is a piece of cake compared to other places. And after the show, I'm home in 20 minutes. All this is to say, if I lived in a place like New York, as much as I love that city, I think I'd have to pursue just one passion, not 3 or 4. Is the Midwest boring? Not if you're Miss Nebraska or a contestant on American Idol, or a guy who likes to play music, write, and draw cartoons. Oh, and make videos too.
I agree, Nebraska is very nice. Tomorrow, crowds will gather at cemeteries across the country to pay their respects to the men and women who have served our country. We end this week with a simple request from a woman right here in Omaha. Mary Rosenthal took to Twitter this week asking people to stop by and leave some flowers to make sure the grave sites of military men and women without family are decorated for Memorial Day. There are currently 14 service members buried at the Omaha National Cemetery who were either homeless or have no family left to care for their gravesite. We have a list of their names and where their gravesites can be found on our website, 3newsnow.com. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching Omaha Sunday Morning. Have a good Memorial Day, and we'll see you back here next week.
Huber! 25% off 2018 Chevy Cruze.
Spread the word. We got it, they don't. Only Godfather's Peach is the home of the taco pie. Get my Fiesta Feast, a medium taco pie, medium one-topping pizza, and my cinnamon streusel. Do it.
Face the world as a face to be reckoned with. Only Botox Cosmetic is FDA approved to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. It's a quick 10-minute cosmetic treatment given by a doctor to reduce those lines. There's only one Botox Cosmetic. Ask for it by name. The effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Do not receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyelid and eyebrow drooping, and eyelid swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. Leave your mark on the world. Minimize its mark on you. Get started at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Weather can change your day in a moment's notice. In Omaha, we have to be prepared for anything.
1 minute it's sunny. The next, we're dealing with rain and severe storms. The 3 News Now Weather Alert team keeps you one step ahead of severe weather.
Bringing you team coverage that's up to the minute and down to your street.
On air, online, and on your phone.
Our team is ready to prepare you, not scare you.
Stay connected to changing weather with the 3 News Now Weather Alert team. Need help and don't know where to call? Remember these simple numbers: 211. United Way of the Midlands 211 helpline connects people in need of services that can help at nonprofit and public agencies. The call is free and available weekdays from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5. From rent and utility assistance to referrals for food, counseling, legal, and medical services, call 211, the first place to call for help.
On the next list,
who wouldn't want an armadillo as a pet?
3 unique animals that researchers say make great pets. But what do zookeepers have to say about it? Pets or problems? On the next list.
Monday at 6:30 on KMTV3.